Well, hello everybody, and welcome a little late to Lunch Break Live. Real talk about obesity, food addiction, recovery, and what's really eating you. I am Cari Cruz, here with you on a Thursday afternoon. Not sure if I am here alone because I messed everybody up because of the whole 5-minute delay thing or what. So I'm going to wait and see. Okay, let me see. I see those numbers building now. I see people joining. Hi, Mama. I'm glad you're here. And Bonnie, yay. Yay. This is really awesome. Okay. How you guys doing? Everybody doing well today? I got the greatest compliment. I got to tell you, before I get into the whole show and tell you what it's called and all that stuff. Hi, Tina. Hey, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Before I get into the whole show thing today, I just got the nicest compliment from a newer viewer. That rhymes. I'm in a rhymey kind of mood today. And he is actually someone who's a support person for someone who is preparing for bariatric surgery. And so he's trying to find his footing and establish a nice solid foundation so that he can be a good support person for his significant other. And this is tricky business. You know, it's really hard to establish solid footing on slippery ground. So anyway, without going into detail, he gave me the nicest compliment. He said, your LBLs are addictive. He says, however, I only have 7 minutes, at a time that I can spare. So I have to break it up into pieces and I'm trying to catch up, but wow. And I thought, LBLs are addictive. How cool is that? That is the greatest compliment ever. So, so thank you guys very much. And I thank you for watching and for being addicted with me. I don't think there's anything wrong with this. What do they say? A healthy addiction? I don't know. But anyway, I'm looking at something that it's telling me on the screen and trying to read it, but I got to put my glasses on to figure out what that is. But before I do that, and before I dive in, hi, Nancy. Hi, Jerry. So glad you guys are here. I'm going to say today's show, this is going to be, deep thinking again. Let's go with me here. Trust me, it's going to be really awesome. It is tell the truth. Are you honestly dishonest or dishonestly honest? Don't worry, it'll make a little more sense by the time we dive in. So Facebook is telling me something super cool here, and it's saying, oh, okay, cool. Okay, I got to do something really quick. I got to tap. Oops, it's going to drop the whole. This is so cool. It tells me who's viewing right now. Now I know for sure who's here. Oh, this is so awesome. All right, but let me go back because I don't know. What do I do? Okay. Anyway. I'll figure, whoa, I'm going to see, this is the problem. You can't trust me with this kind of stuff. I need to go back to comments. All right. Oh, for the love of Pete. Why did I press stuff? Okay. I see who's here, but I have no idea what you all are saying. See, it's dangerous. Don't give me options. Oh, for Pete's sakes. All right. Let me get in with the show. And I apologize in advance for the fact that I cannot in any way, shape, or form see what you guys are telling me. I love live programming. Let me ruffle my papers to make it seem even more immediate. All right, so here's the thing. Here's what I wrote when I first started thinking about this. Be honest and tell the truth. I'm like, okay, which one do you want me to do? Right? All right, what is this all coming from? Well, I promise you it has something to do with what was happening on my wall. Ooh, my camera's changing colors and stuff. Oh, okay. Right on. Someone's calling me in the middle of the show. Okay, this is okay. I can work with this, right? I can work. Okay, there we go. All righty. Yikes. This is why I was late today. That's all I'm going to say. All right. Let me start with this. Let me stick to script, or else it's going to be a 1,000-hour program today. All right. What happens when you ask a kid if he did something wrong and he says he didn't, right? Is he lying? I mean, we would think so, right? Because we're like, oh, no. We're asking if you did something wrong, and we know you did something wrong, and you're saying you didn't, so you must be lying. Well, not necessarily, because what if he doesn't think he's wrong? That makes sense, right? So is he still lying if he doesn't think he did anything wrong? Or what about if he changed his answer to say that he did do something wrong, but inside he still doesn't believe it? So he still doesn't believe he was wrong, but he changed his answer. So now would he be honest? I don't really know. All right. Now, this is where it gets fun. And I wish I could see your comments again. Oh, maybe I can. No, I can't. Oh, darn it. It's really fun, but you know what? I'm not pressing buttons if I don't know what they do, you guys. I'm seriously not. All right. Okay, if I press finish and then you go away, I don't want to do that either. All right, I'm just going to stick with it and not know what you guys are saying. Bummer. All right. When someone asks you for your opinion, okay, think about this, right? Someone's asking you for your opinion. What is the first thing you do? Well, a lot of us want to know. Who wants to know? That's what who's asking kind of thing, right? Why does it matter? We're like, okay, they want to know, but why? Why do they want to know my opinion about this thing? That's what we do. We're like always qualifying, right? Who and what and why and all this stuff. We don't even give a straight answer. Okay, so here's an example. This is kind of fun. All right, so your friend says, which of these two dresses should I wear? And you're like, where are you going to wear it? To a party. What time is the party, day or night? Night. Well, is it formal or casual? Casual. What's the occasion? Cocktail party for the office? Oh, well, are you entertaining clients? No. What shoes were you planning to wear? Okay, do you see where this is going here? It's real. Where is the truth in all of that? Where is the honesty? Your friend said, which dress should I wear? And you couldn't even pony up an answer to it because you had all of these clarifications. And I don't know about you, but I got lost. You know, once we got to shoes, I got lost trying to figure out what it was that was originally being asked of me anyway. But if you see where this is going, your friend asked a very simple question, right? But it's never simple. It's never a simple answer. And in this case, the interesting thing is either answer would have been just fine. Either answer would have been truthful. But we're always asking for clarification. Who wants to know and why? And as if that would somehow affect the truth. Which dress should I wear? You know, I don't know. Which one looks best on you? Oh, I like that one on you. Wear that one. You know, obviously, if she held up the two dresses, she figures either one would work just fine. All right. Next. This is where it's going to get a little bit harder. Do I look fat in this dress? Ooh. Oh, yeah, that one. What do you say? What do you say to that one, right? Maybe she does look fat in that dress. I don't know. Who is she? Is she your wife? Is she your sister, your daughter, your best friend? Maybe she's you. That's something to think about, huh? Do I look fat in this dress? That might be me asking that question, right? Now, here's the thing. If you say no, but that's not really the truth, then are you lying or are you being kind? And if you say yes, are you being mean? This is like not easy. Do you see? Do you see what I'm saying here? Okay, what happens if, because in this community, this seems to be what it's all about, if I ask you how much weight you've lost, okay? How much weight have you lost? Well, if you're a newbie, and this is the way a lot of newbies after bariatric surgery answer. Okay, well, I lost 25 pounds before surgery, but then I lost 50 pounds after. So I've lost a total of 75, but really only 50 of them after. However, I still have 100 pounds to go until I meet my doctor's goal for me. So, okay, but how much have you lost? Do you see, where's the answer in all of that? And you're like, well, is that all truthful? Yeah, it's all truthful, but did you need to share all of that information? Does that make you more honest by sharing all of the truth? I don't know. Okay, but here, how about this one? What if you've regained? Okay? If you've regained and I've asked, how much weight have you lost? You're going to say something like this. Well, at my lowest point, I had lost 150 pounds, but I've regained some. And then, when you're pressed on the amount of regain, you might say like, wow, how much have I regained? Well, let's see, I lost 150 and then I'm going to go with like 20. I probably regained 20. But here's the thing. Inside your head, you're saying it's actually 50, but I'm too embarrassed to admit that. So it gets a little bit confusing there because the truth is maybe you've regained 50 pounds, not 20. But you just said 20. So you know you're lying, and inside you're trying to wrap your head around that because you're going, I wish it were only 20, but it's really 50, and now I feel worse about the weight I regained because I just lied about it. So you're being dishonest. But you're like, but they don't need to know all of the truth, and that's very true, right? I don't need to tell them everything. I don't need to tell them all of the pounds I regained, whatever. So there's all of this stuff swirling around that I think makes it much more complicated for us to figure out how to be honest. All right. I am not saying that everybody needs to know everything about you or that you always have to tell the truth. especially if the truth is needlessly or fruitlessly hurtful, okay? But that's not where I'm going with this today. I am more interested in being honestly honest with yourself and others. And by that, I am referring to the question I asked on my wall this morning. And this was really fascinating, okay? So, hi Janine, by the way. I just saw you jumping in from New Zealand. Hi, I'm really glad that you're here. Okay, so here was the essence of the question that I asked, okay? It's like, if you went to bed with a closet full of size 10 clothing, but awoke to learn that the clothing manufacturing industry had determined that whatever was a size 10 was now a size 14, how would you feel? Okay? So in other words, would you feel worse about yourself? That all of the clothes that fit in your closet that when you went to bed were size 10s were now going to be considered size 14s? How would you feel about yourself? Okay, I got a lot of answers, okay? Several of what I'm going to call the long-term posties, people who, are a little bit further out from bariatric surgery, for example, responded that it wouldn't bother them at all because size doesn't matter and their clothing runs the gamut of sizing anyway, and some 18s are tight and some 16s are loose, and okay, like that, right? And one gal, Nikki Massey, deep thinker that one, love you, Nikki, said that she probably would have answered this question differently before she survived cancer and lost her mom. Okay, so in other words, death changed her perspective. It has a funny way of doing that, right? Now, some said, yes, it would definitely affect them, even though they know it shouldn't. And that's where I want to go with this. That's really getting to the heart of where I want to go. It shouldn't bother me, but it does. My inside voice tells me I'm fat. The scale confirms it. And if I say it bothers me, then other people are going to tell me that I shouldn't let it bother me. And so now I just feel bad twice, okay? And maybe I better just say no and leave it at that, because that's what the right answer is. The right answer is no. No, it doesn't bother me. But the reality is, no, the truth is it shouldn't bother me. Yes, it shouldn't bother me. All of that. I guarantee you there was a lot of that going on in the background. And even if, and I'm not saying anybody who said, no, it doesn't bother me at all. I'm not saying, yes, it does. That's not what I'm saying, but I'm saying quite frequently, people will say what they think they're supposed to say. They will say what they think other people need to hear. They will answer the way they think I want it to be answered, when inside it is in direct conflict with their truth. Okay? That's a problem, I think. So, here's where we're going to start by dealing with this. It shouldn't bother me. Okay, but it does. That's where we need to start. It does. And I think that when we say what we think, wait, I did one of these sentences again that makes no sense, and I can't just be talking on the fly if I'm not reading it. Okay, but it does. And I think that when we say what we think we should say, or we say what we think others want to hear, we're being dishonestly honest or honestly dishonest, and that messes with our recovery. Ta-da! All right, got through that. Truth. What is truth? Well, like in other words, are truth and honesty the same things? No, not necessarily. Truth is factual. It's fact-based, okay? Now, interestingly, not all truth is universal truth, but truth is universal. Okay? So, truth is fact-based. Facts based on whatever. Numbers, measures, weights, okay, whatever it is, all right? Now, honesty is telling the truth. Got it? So honesty is telling the truth. In other words, what you say is not a lie. It does not mean that you say all of the truth, but it means that all of what you say is truth. It's like a Venn diagram, guys. It's like a Logic 101 class here. I know, but stick with me. I promise it'll make sense. All right, so, okay. If I had to come up with something tangible, which is always very important, we've got to bring it from the conceptual or intangible into the tangible, concrete, something we can work with. I might say honesty is our interpretation of the truth. Honesty is our interpretation of the truth. So my interpretation of the truth, the facts, might be different than yours. This is where it gets squirrely. This is where things like ethics and morality and politics all, collide sometimes, okay? But here it is, for example, all right? The truth is, I weigh 160 pounds, okay? It's factual, measurable. If I'm being honest, I'd rather weigh 150. By the way, this is hypothetical. Just to say. If I'm being honest, I'd rather weigh 150. That's how I feel about it, okay? But what happens if someone says, tell me the truth. Are you happy that you don't weigh 300 pounds anymore? Well, the truth is I don't weigh 300 pounds anymore. But because of my doctor's goal, I honestly don't feel happy because I don't weigh what he thinks I should. All of that from how much do you weigh? You got that? The fact is I weigh whatever the scale says, whatever scale I'm standing on right now. I don't care if it's the doctor's or the home or whatever it is, that's the measurement. That is the truth that's in front of me, okay? And how I feel about that, I need to be honest about how I feel about that, don't I? But it's not going to change the truth. But it is going to change what I do about it. All right. It is very tricky. I get it. But it helps me understand denial. As I was writing this, I'm like, oh, I totally get denial now. Yeah, I can see where that would fit in. But I wonder, here's what I want to know. Can you honestly deny the truth? Dun, dun, dun. Okay, it's Venn diagram again, back to Logic 101. Because I don't think so. I don't think you can honestly deny the truth. Not if you follow the definitions. Okay, so I don't think I think what happens is you dishonestly deny the truth. Okay, you dishonestly deny the truth. If the truth is fact, but you rationalize or justify it by saying that, well, the truth hurts and you're just protecting yourself or somebody else, right? Oh, truth hurts. I don't want to hurt anybody. So therefore, right? I'm protecting that. You're still denying it, right? And if you're being honest about the truth, okay, for whatever reason, you're denying truth. All right. But I don't think denying truth really protects anybody. I just don't. I think it kept me sick for a lot of years. And that is not to say, again, I bring you back to this, that you must always tell everyone all of the truth every time. Okay, you don't have to tell it like have diarrhea of the truth, mouth, and you're just like, bleh, this is all of the truth, deal with it. I'm not saying that, okay? I'm just saying truth is truth. I think we have to be honest about what we're calling truth. See, you can grab a hold of that, can't you? Be honest about what you're calling truth. All right. And in order to do that, you have to know what your truth is. So when I asked earlier on my wall if the size on your label would change how you felt about yourself, and you answered, honestly, no. Well, what I want to know is that because you don't think it should bother you, because you're trying to convince yourself that it shouldn't bother you, you're denying that it does bother you in the first place, or you're so afraid of what others will think of you for saying that it does bother you that you say that it doesn't. Wow. There is a lot going on here in our brains that are complicating our honesty and truthfulness. Right? There's a lot of stuff that goes into the processing of this stuff, and I think we add a lot of it. I think we add a lot of those layers. I think we make it more complicated than it has to be, and that, again, is what keeps us sick, and that is the stuff that we feed and overfeed that eats us up. So the truth is, maybe, based on my question, that you are bothered by the number on your clothes. Let's start with that, okay? Because that might be, let's establish the truth. That is the truth. That's fact-based. I do not like that fact. I didn't ask you if it was rational or reasonable or anything else. I have a problem with it. Yeah, I went to bed and my clothes were a size 10 and I wake up and they're a 14. I have a problem with that. We've got to deal with truth, okay? I didn't ask you if it's reasonable. Truth, all right? What is the truth? Well, let's take it out of the realm of the label on the clothes so that we can reframe our truth and deal with that. I fit these clothes and they are comfortable on me. So if the clothes in my closet that are now 14s, but they were 10s, but they're now 14s, I haven't changed. So if they're comfortable and they fit me, that's the truth, isn't it? Well, the clothes don't fit any differently, so the number on the clothing doesn't have an impact on how they fit me. So yeah, I don't have to be bothered by that. Yeah, that doesn't have to bother me, because now I'm changing, I'm not focused on the number, I'm focused on the fit, okay? All right, maybe I don't fit these clothes. Maybe all of those clothes in the closet were lies, right? I don't fit the clothes. Or maybe I fit them, but they weren't comfortable on me. They were never comfortable on me. We've got to deal with that. That's more important than the number, isn't it? Find the truth about the clothes based on the fit, not the number. That's how we're digging down and finding truth, which is fact-based. All right. If the clothes were once comfortable, but now they aren't, and you're being honest, you're not happy about it. See, that's really what it is. You're not happy that the clothes that used to fit don't fit anymore. You're not upset about the number on the clothes. You just think you're upset about. But really what that did was called attention to the fact that whatever size they are, they don't fit anymore, and you're not happy about it. All right? There's some truth that we can be honest about. Let's see. If the clothes were never comfortable, but you hoped they would be, you're not happy. Goal pants! I have goal pants! I never hit goal, so the pants never fit me. I'm not happy. I don't care that they have a number 8 on them, okay? I don't care. They never fit. I didn't make it. I'm not happy. That's the truth we need to deal with. I'm not unhappy about the 8 on the label. I'm unhappy that those pants never fit me and I wanted them to. Do you see what I'm saying? That is something I can work with. That is something I can work with. Then I could say, well, why don't they fit? Why didn't they fit? Why didn't I make it to goal? Was it a reasonable goal in the first place? Whose goal was it? Was it a reasonable or an unrealistic expectation? Which one was it? Was it possible for me to get there? What role did I play in this? Did I go back to the carbs? Did I change my eating habits? Did I change what I was doing and working out when I was losing weight? Did life happen? Did something change in my life? We can deal with that, okay? Because the number on the pants is not going to get us to that place where we can actually begin to be honest with ourselves, okay? Because we have to get to the real truth. The real truth is not the number on the pants. It's really, were they ever comfortable on us? Did they ever fit us? What was that all about? Do you see what I'm saying? This is like pretty tangible, right? This is very workable. I don't know if you see what I'm saying because I still see your viewers' pictures. I don't see your comments. Oh, tomorrow I'm not pressing that button. All right. Let's see here. In one instance, the factual truth that we were talking about when I said, okay, when I went to bed, all the clothes in my closet fit and they were comfortable. In one instance, the factual truth was they fit and they were comfortable and now they aren't. Wait. In one instance, the fact, okay. Oh, right. Okay, they used to fit, but then they didn't, and it really doesn't matter what the number on the scale is or the number on the label. Right. Okay. See, logic gets me all confused sometimes, all verklempt. Okay. In one instance, the factual truth was that they fit and they were comfortable and now they aren't. Okay. In the other instance, you honestly hoped they would fit and be comfortable, but they never were. That is how I would separate those two things, and then I would find my fact based on that. Did they ever fit or did they not ever fit? Let's go with that fact. If they fit and they weren't comfortable, fine. Okay? If they fit and they weren't comfortable, fine. Do you see what I'm saying? We've got to drill down and we've got to get to the truth. And even if I can't figure out what it is on my paper. All right. Now, as we drive it home, this is deep. I mean, I totally get that. I mean, obviously, as I was writing it up, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is just not as easy as I hoped it would be. But what I'm digging for here is honesty based in truth. That's what the goal is for recovery. Honesty based in truth. And it takes courage to accept truth and not deny it because we don't like it or because it hurts. See, I think recovery is based in truth and, this is important, our honest acknowledgement of it. See, truth without acknowledging it is not going to help us, right? Truth, which is fact-based, without acknowledging what the real truth is not going to help us to live our recovery because we have to honestly acknowledge it. All right? So I want you, as I close the show, to think about how honest you've been with yourself. Have you been dishonest because you didn't like the truth? Right? Probably what it is. See, we beat ourselves up for denial. We beat ourselves up for being dishonest. But why? Why would we do that? That's not going to help us. Maybe we were not being honest about a truth that we didn't like. Maybe we didn't know what the real truth was. Maybe that's why we weren't being honest, because we didn't know what the truth was. So we've got to find the honest truth, as they say. All right. We got to peel back those layers that we really have applied ourselves as we've shellacked this thing to death. We've got to peel those layers away from the core truth, because I think that is what is going to enable us to honestly live. So, I don't know what time it is. Closing in. I started a little late. I'm going to try as hard as I can to get over to your comments to see what you guys are saying, because I'm hoping that what I said made some sense. And I see people, even more people joining. Hi, Kathy. I see you. And Christy is here. I see your faces. Okay, I'm going to grab hold of my phone here, and I'm just going to try like the dickens to close this down so I can see what you guys are saying. Okay. No, it's asking me if I want to leave a comment. Really don't. All right, it's asking me if I want to do anything with the picture. I really don't. Okay, if I finish, let me sign off in case I have to finish here. And then if I don't finish, I can talk some more. If I don't hear from you, I'm going to remind you all to have courage, seek peace, embrace joy, and above all, honestly live a truthful recovery. Remember, you can't stop feeding what's eating you if you don't know what's eating you. All right, let's try and see if I can get to your comment.